Check, check. 1, 2, 3. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? I think we've actually played here 12 times. How crazy is that? Time is so weird. More? Even more? But we need time, though. We gotta come back. He's not gonna have any time. Alright. We're gonna play twice. Tonight. I don't know how that's gonna work actually, but we're gonna try. So we have a little bit of time to kill because our in-ears are full of static. So that means there's too many signals around here being sent. So Mike is working on that. While I need to just blabble. This happens to me once in a blue moon. Technical issues force me to blabble. And I usually give the audience the option about band history, 1, or fart jokes, 2. Wow, you guys are a rowdy crowd. Alright, here it comes. So me and my girlfriend were getting some ice cream in an ice cream shop that was extremely empty. And the guy at the counter serving the ice cream ripped a very big one. And it echoed through the empty space. That's true. Well, I did it with an accent. Anyway, then, listen to this joke though. So this guy played it off, right? He farted, he turns red. We look at him and he goes, he's pretending to be beatboxing. I was like, dude, that was an obvious ass crack fart. That was not a mouth thing. Yeah, so that was the one. Oh yeah, there's another fart joke I have. Farting on airplanes. Do you guys know about that? He knows not to. He's civilized. Well, some people don't. Like recently, I was in an airplane. It was so smelly. At some point, this Indian guy was like, "Whoever is farting, please stop farting," because they want him to be more civilized. You know. Are we ready? Almost. Still not working. All right. Okay. So smell is one thing. Another problem is the sound, obviously, right? So a lot of people try maybe open a little bit, just like try to fart quiet, but you can also go the other direction. You could fart so loud it exceeds the threshold of what registers as a fart. And people are like, oh, did something that just like snowed or what just happened? You know? No one's gonna be like, where to go? Alright, so hey, you chose this. I was offering band history, honestly. I really wanted to nerd out with the music people in here. It's a rowdy crowd. It's not my fault, alright? Don't blame me. Alright, I'll play you some music. you're making progress. Back down, the end is sure to come. Slow down, or else you'll regress. Moving, the path is in your hand. Back down, you're making progress. Back down, the end is sure to come. Slow down, or else you'll regress. Moving, the path is in your hand. Yes, we are Moon Hooch. Everyone give it up for Michael Roper! Everyone give it up for Saison Griffin. Yeah. I'm Wenzel and we are Moon Hooch. We hooch on the moon and we hooch in Ohio. So, you like peaches? Who likes peaches? People like peaches. Who likes apples? 16 people like apples. What about cantaloupes? Just out of curiosity. Wow! Ohio hates cantaloupes. Why is that? What the fuck? No, I had no idea. You guys gonna have a riot about cantaloupes? Oh my god. Good thing we are not giving away a cantaloupe plant. Well, be careful, don't say that around here. Yo, you gotta seriously, it's dangerous. What about watermelons? Okay. We need to clarify this. I'm actually baffled right now. So, who's the biggest cantaloupe hater right now? Him? Yeah, can you come closer? The biggest cantaloupe hater, please come right up. Wow, now you guys are shy? That's crazy. Alright, fine. Someone owns up to it. Alright, so why are cantaloupes so bad?
Because they're disgusting.
Just bad. Cantaloupes are bad. Cantaloupes are bad. Cantaloupes are bad. Cantaloupes are bad. I actually love cantaloupes. Sorry. I just gotta be honest. Sorry, I just can't jump on board just because it's a trend in Ohio to hate cantaloupes. Sorry, I love them. Honeydews, those suck. Honeydews are bad. Oh god. Alright, we're the fruit haters, but we love peaches. That's why we're giving away a peach tree tonight. That's right. Also, if you all want to see how our trees are doing, so if you all want to see how our trees are doing, hashtag MoonHooch trees. Literally, some of our trees are having fruit. They're having figs and shit. Like people are eating them, and like there's like MoonHooch fruit out there. A bunch of people are growing cantaloupes. No one's growing cantaloupes. Because whatever. We're gonna keep going.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Man, you guys really hate cantaloupes, huh? That's fucked up. It's alright. Hey, we just released an album on a positive note. We actually just released 2 albums. And that song was on it. And this next one is also on it. It's called Moonrise.
Thank you, Hooch! Thank you all so much, thank you. Give it up for Michael Wilbur! Give it up for Saison Griffon! I'm Wenzel. Thank you all so
Give it
much.
up for Wenzel, the Tropical Saxman! I think it's time for the tree, isn't it, Wenzel? Somebody's taking home this tree and somebody's taking home some seeds. Play that tree. Erica, where are you? Calling our Finnish tour manager to the stage, Erica, the Queen of the North.
Also, she is a Finnish poet.
She has a poem for you. Erica, the Finnish queen!
The Queen of the North! Erica, may we hear your poem? May we hear your poem? You can make it up.
Come on, just say something in Finnish and it'll sound like a poem.
Hi. Or hey in Finnish. Okay, I actually wrote a poem and I was not prepared to say it out loud tonight, and I can't really remember it, but I'll come up with something. Alright. Kuuset tuulessa kuiskaa. Menneitä muistoja huokaa. Oravat oksilla pomppii. Joki vieressä pauhaa. Thank you in Finnish. Kiitos.
Give it up for the Queen of the North! Woo!
All right, now it's time for trees. I'm doing it. All right. We're gonna pick 2 people. Ooh, lots of names. You're so generous, Columbus. Here we go. All right, Savannah K. Savannah K, you in the building?
Savannah.
Savannah, you must make yourself known.
She probably took too much cake.
Ooh. Ooh. Savannah, we're gonna give you a couple more seconds. Raise your hand if you're in the building. All right, moving on.
Alright,
Whoops.
Savannah K.
Savannah K again!
Oh!
She bought 2 tickets and left.
Can you raise your hand if you're here?
All right. What is this?
Everyone is here and everyone hates Camelot. But Savannah K is in a K.
2 more. Ty Shahan. Ty Shahan. Get up here! Athletics. Okay, and the next person is Jared Nation. Jared Nation, where you at? Come on up! It's not his first time jumping the fence.
Yeah, nice glasses.
All right, you guys, we're gonna do rock, paper, scissors. All right, on my count, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Best out of 3 on my count. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! All right, rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Ooh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Oh boy. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! He gets it! Jared Nation!
Nice shot.
Jared, have anything you'd like to say? Hey, thanks.
Jared, one more thing. Jared, one more thing. Where are you gonna plant the tree?
In my backyard.
Yes! Can we come by in 10 years and eat your peaches?
Yes, you may.
All right. It's a date. Let's eat his peaches in 10 years. Mark my words. Also, hey, tag us. Hashtag #MoonHoochTrees. So we know when the peaches are ready. Yeah.
I got you.
Hashtag
I'll set a
Moon-
calendar reminder right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat those peaches, dude. I'm so hungry. All right, great.
I've got some cantaloupe you can have.
All right, well, that's the show. That's the tree raffle. It's over.
That's it, yeah. Basically, right? That's it.
We're gonna go to the merch table. So is Erica.
Right?
She's gonna go there now. You can say hello. She can get an autograph.
That's right. Yeah, make sure you get signed things from the Queen of the North. She came here by sailboat. And she went through ice and fought many sea monsters. And conquered them all. So treat her with respect. Also, we have some CDs, some vinyls, a new album. It's not that new, it's a couple months old. If you sign our email list, you get a discount. I have a book that I wrote. It's a novel about a homeless person living in another reality and cracking the code to the multiverse. Yeah, happens to. Board game is also there about team building and personal growth. And awkward conversations with your parents if they're trying to keep things unreal. It's a very real game.
We also have an email list. We'll give you a 5% discount if you sign it.
That's right.
We're trying to get you to sign it.
So we can let you know next time we're here. Yeah.
Exactly. And also social media, you have to pay to get the word out.
That's right.
We're not trying to pay. We just want to let you know.
And we're gonna write you an email every day, 3 times a day, to remind you to drink water.
Every
because
day.
we all have to stay hydrated, drink water. Seriously, actually, you'll have less of a hangover if you drink more water. And we can write you an email to remind you to do that. Yeah.
All right, Columbus. We love you.
Blessings. Good night.
Mwah.